Hello everyone, welcome back to Rob's Movie Reviews. This week I want to stick with the theme I started last week when I reviewed the holiday film Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and go right into another Christmas film review. This week I want to talk about the 2008 Warner Brothers release, Four Christmases, starring Reese Witherspoon, Vince Vaughn, Sissy Spacek, and Robert Duvall. This film was heavily panned by the critics when it was released, and I totally disagree with that because I found it to be a very delightful, very fun little holiday film. It's packed full of a lot of good chuckles and laughs. It's not the best holiday film ever made by any means, but it's a fun one, and it's a good film to watch around this time of the year. Our story is about Brad and Kate, played by Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon, who they live in San Francisco, and they've decided to spend Christmas in Fiji. Unfortunately, when they get to the airport, they find out that everything has been shut down, all flights canceled because of heavy fog in the Bay Area, and they're forced to spend Christmas at home anyway. And they decide to go around, and each of them came from broken homes. Both of them's parents divorced, so they decide to go visit their parents. And their first stop is at Brad's father's house. His father is played by Robert Duvall. And during their visit, Brad receives the beating of a lifetime from his two brothers, who are a couple of wannabe UFC fighters. And it's a really hilarious scene. It's probably my favorite segment of the entire film. His family is basically white trash rednecks, and this is when we find out a secret that Brad has kept from Kate, and that is that his real name is Orlando. And that's kind of a theme throughout the film. Is as they visit each other's parents, they start learning more little secrets about one another that neither one had shared because they were too embarrassed. They have a lot of things in their past that they don't like to talk about or share with anybody. But it goes on from there. They go to visit Brad's mom, played by Sissy Spacek. Then they go to visit Kate's mother, played by Mary Steinberger. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Steinberger. And then finally they visit with Kate's father, played by John Voight. And they end up going to a Christmas pageant at Kate's mother's church. And they end up being involved in the Christmas play, and that's really a really funny scene. It's just I'm not going to give away too much more about the movie. Just wanted to hit on a few of the funnier parts of the film and get across that this is really a delightful, fun little Christmas movie. It's very enjoyable. I highly recommend it if you've never seen it. It's a great little Christmas movie just to pass some time on a boring night, and or it doesn't have to be a boring. It could be any time. I don't mean to lump it into that category. It's a fun little film. It was made on an $80 million budget, and it returned $164 million at the box office, so it was a fairly successful movie. Even though, like I said, it had gotten bad reviews, it still managed to draw in a pretty good audience while it was playing in the theaters. It's got a runtime of about 90 minutes, so it's not too long. It's just the right length to keep your attention, and then, like I said, you'll get some good laughs out of it. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this week's review, and until next time, you all take care.